So if you click on the shop, this comes with an entire shop ready to actually to be shipped, and it is optimized. It is having lazy loading of images. It is having it took me really time to make sure that this is configured and it is working. It is having things like infinite. If I have a very big application and I don't want to use Next.js, okay? So in this is what I'm just putting, this is going to be in our first phase. So this one is going to be our first phase of our starter kit. We are looking at producing Next.js. So this one is a solution for Next.js full stack. Okay? So what we are just going to do is do exactly the same thing. Hello, welcome to today's video. It's been a really long time and welcome back. So in today's video, I'm launching and I'm so much excited. I've been working on this project for so long and finally it is out. And you guys, I've made this for the community. I've made this for you and for my team for high productivity. But for starters, you all remember this starter kit when we launched it about maybe 2-3 months ago, and most of us have been using this starter kit. If you have not been using the starter kit, you must have missed out. In most of the projects we have been doing, we have been using the starter kit. And when Next.js 15 was released, I tried to actually migrate it, and you can see we migrated to Next.js 15.04 at that point. But there are a lot of breaking changes. That time React was not yet stable and all that. But right now everything is stable, and you have been putting a lot of effort to maintain this, to make sure that it is working and we're using it in our projects. Now continuing adding new features, as you know, with React RC. If you look at what was into this time, that time we're using React 19 Canary version, and it was really making it hard to implement new features in the starter kit. So I actually thought about it, and instead I created a new version of the starter kit. There are a lot of improvements, a lot of things that I added into the project. And this is due to me and my team, and even all people who are in the starter kit, what they have been requesting over time. So over time, people have been using it. They have been requesting some features, and others with my team, we have been looking forward to improve it so that we can actually get the products, or we get the apps as fast as possible. I don't know why, but most times when you talk about developers making money like online or in business wise, I don't know why most of the people don't pay attention. But most times, if you're not yet making you haven't made $100 or even $500 out of coding, you should pay attention very clearly to this video. Because in the new starter kit, the most focus was really put to developers to make some money online. Okay, to make some money, it is high time at least you make your first $200, so that when you're just buying a new course, you're buying some things online that you're using in your work, it is very easy for you. Sometimes when I put these courses at $100, $150, or even $50, most people find it very challenging, and the problem is most people tell me in my inbox, I am a student, I'm still learning, others I'm not working. Guys, you need to start right away making some money. Okay, making some money online, and in this video I'm going to guide you everything you need to set up at least to make your few dollars, and this is from a person who have made at least $10K online. So I know what I'm talking about and exactly what you need to set up to get some, at least some clients, at least you appear very legit, and also to be able to be in position to produce something that is working. So in this starter kit, as I've said, I launched a new starter kit. So why would I bring a starter kit? I want to show you some features that were not into this one. For instance, let's say the most big one, of course, in this starter kit is always authentication. The authentication in the starter kit comes with some roles, and if you just go here, you can create an account using Google, using GitHub, very nice login with the carousel. So all the features that were good in this starter kit, I maintained them into the new one. I simply added in more features. I added in more advanced features, as we are going to see in a second. The first one, as you can see, if you go to forget password, you see that this page does not exist. In high chances, there is no any app you are going to build, and they will not needing to have the forgot password flow. You need to have the forgot password flow, where people can reset their passwords, they can send, they can receive emails, and they can do all those nice things. Okay, so that is one thing that that we actually, or I actually added in the new starter kit. If you just go back here, you can see the pages that we have here. They are not, apart from the features, there are no big pages that we have as such. All these ones are interlinked. You can see all these ones here, the pricing, they are all interlinked onto this page. Okay, so let's just go to the new starter kit so that I can see, or I can show you what we brought in the new starter kit and why everyone needs this starter kit right away. We are going to be using it in everything. So if you just look on here, we say introducing HubStack Next.js starter kit. Now we have been using the name Next Starter Pro. First of all, this name wasn't unique. Right now we have thousands, if not millions, of starter kits that are online, and you might have just like tried all of them, but trust me, I've moved each and every starter kit while building this starter kit to make sure that our starter kit is the best. Most starter kits are just giving you something very basic. They give you a simple dashboard, they give you something simple. But into this one, I took it to the next level to build something that is very concrete that you can use to make money right away. So if you click onto this one, we go on to the new kit. You can see it wants to look like the old kit. Okay, it wants to look like the old kit, and just like in a second, I'm just going to be getting into it and showing you what we brought in, what is new. But the first thing right away, you see that we have so many pages. Okay, we have so many pages. For instance, we have now showcases, we have changelog, we have feedback, we have docs, and we have agency. I'm going to explain, just give me time. I'm going to explain what all those pages are doing, and in a second you are going to just start like really getting happy with this. So you can see the ultimate Next.js and agency and full stack SaaS starter kit. Now you can't just like notice I have what is agency, okay, and the full stack. Most people are focusing to give you a starter kit, and most of them, you see, I think the highest feature they normally trade is always like they always put like Stripe, and then that's it. That's it. But building like a SaaS has really more than just like having only one part set up. So this starter kit right now caters for a lot of things. So let's start like with the landing page. Okay, so you can see that the landing page has been improved and it is communicating what is including in the starter kit. Right away you see some of the features, like we have dynamic blogs, we have admin and user dashboards, full authentication system with the forget password flow, we have the blog documentation, and so many, as I'm going to be breaking them in just like a second. But basically it shows you the what we are achieving on the front end. We have SEO comes built in right now. We have MDX docs that I'm going to share. I'm so much excited about the documentation, guys. I just really want to click on this button, but just give me some seconds. So if you just go down here, the backend, of course, we have the user roles and all these nice things. And by the way, I even don't know how to explain this, but we have a lot to unpack. So the dashboard, the database, I brought in Postgres. Most people were saying, why are we using only MongoDB? But in the previous projects, you have seen we have switched to Postgres because it's more performant. And so we have made it to be first-class citizen in the starter kit. It comes with Postgres first, and then you can switch to MongoDB if you want. Of course, you have upload thing, resend, React email, they all come baked in. And then, so here you put the comparison for the time that you are going to save for different things that we are going to make. But you can see that the UI right now has been really, really improved. It looks nice, and all these things right away you can use them in your SaaS. Like showing these features, you can see how these ones are floating in really nicely. And by the time you are watching this, this video might have already changed. Okay, right now you might be seeing this by the time you're just going to get into the starter kit, you might find actually the actual demo, this very video, onto it. And then of course these other ones, you change the pricing, and then the customization. Just going to dive into these ones just in a second, but you can look at everything is looking so cool. Like look at the footer, really, really so touched, and it is looking really awesome. Okay, so now let's start with one thing at a time. So let's start with the features that we added in. The first one, if you just like now, if I log in right now to the dashboard, you can see the dashboard is looking amazing and it is different. So now this is, first of all, this is the admin. Okay, you can see admin user right now. I'm logged in as an admin, and you can see I have ability to look at the users. I can just go in and look at the number of users we have here. 2 users like this, and we have categories, we have blogs and blog categories, and we have the blogs. So it comes with already blog working. If you just go to blogs here, you have the functionalities for creating blogs, adding blog categories, and then adding new blog. This comes when it is fully baked in with search engine optimization with the blogs. So that is one feature that is also big. Dynamic blogs. We have the blogs baked in, having the blog categories and the blogs. You can just have these ones already working in the first glance. So now, if I just go back to the dashboard, so you can see we come with now CRUD functionalities for categories, blog categories, and the blogs. Now, we added in more features, for instance, the changelog. I'll be updating the changes or the upcoming features as I'm improving the starter kit, because normally when I just release it the first date, I don't go ahead and I keep on making videos updating you what new features I'm adding in the starter kit. So I'm going to be using this changelog to be adding in the releases for the features. So when I release a new feature, I just go ahead and I add it, and then you will see it on the starter kit. So if you just go back here, if I just go back here and I click on changelog, so you can see this is how it's going to be looking like. Release it, for instance, HubStack version 1 and this. So you can see this one is coming directly from this form. Now you might actually, as a user, you don't have access to the changelogs. I'm going to show you the roles that are baked into this starter kit in a second, but a normal user doesn't have access to this. So even the we have already shown you the blogs, the categories. These ones categories were previously in the previous starter kit, so I maintained them, but then in this one I brought in blogs and blog categories plus the changelog. Now if you just go down here, I've added in more things. For instance, right now, of course, in the previous one you could change your password. I've maintained it, but then I've also added in the update profile. Okay, so you can see right now, I can just go ahead and I update my profile information. Okay, I can just go ahead and I update my profile information. So it comes with this now update profile page, which is working really awesome. Then I have also feedback. Okay, so I added in this feedback. The reason why I added in feedback is most people are going to be requesting for new features. So when you go to feedback, you can just go ahead and request for any feedback you want. Let's say you want a new feature to be added in the starter kit. So you can now go ahead and request for the feedback right away. You can just say, I want you to add these functionalities, and I'm just going to be working on that functionality. So now I added in a very good communication between you guys and me to request for your new features. Now, these buttons you are seeing here is because I am an admin. I can, when you request for a new feedback, for purposes of maintaining moral authenticity, I cannot just like allow feedbacks to flow in just like that, because people misuse the platform. You know that online you have to be really careful when you have a platform. I'm supposed to control what is being posted on the site. So when you post in, it doesn't come direct. I have to reject or approve it. So for instance, these ones you are seeing here, like this one is not yet approved. You can see this one is approved. This one is still pending. If I reject also this one, you can see that it has been also rejected, and you cannot see these ones which have been rejected. I'm just going to show you in a second. But we have now feedback that you can just say go ahead and request for a new feedback. You can add a new feedback. For instance, you come and say, for instance, here, improvement suggestion, and you say, for instance, improve, okay, the blog listing page. So let's just say you can just say improve the blog listing page, and then you can say here, I was requesting that you improve the blog listing page to include beautiful cards, maybe like that. I don't know. You can just like add anything you really want and then submit the feedback. Fail to submit the feedback. What did we do? Okay, maybe this one has does this one has to be more than 50 characters? Okay, just like add, for instance, maybe a bug. I don't know. I detected, I don't know why that one say that I detected a bug on the blog page. Can you please fix the bug on the blog page in the server action that is fetching the blogs. I don't know why it didn't submit, but I just like try this time. Maybe I need just to, yeah, I need to first log out. This is not the right account. They just first log out. This is a very old session. Okay, so and just signed out. I can just like log in with the admin. Okay, yeah, I was in a long session. You can see that the this is admin admin, and it was still using the old one. I changed this one. Okay, let's just like go right now, try to actually create the changelog. I'm just going to say, oh, not changelog, I just need to create a feedback. So I'm just going to, so you can just make a bug report, you can make a feature request, improvement, suggestion, you can thank, or even other something. So you can just say, for instance, bug here. I can say detected, yes, here, detected a bug on the blog listing page, maybe. So you say here, I realized that there is a bug on the blog listing page. So you can just see that there is a bug on the blog listing page. So you just submit this. Okay, so the feedback submitted, and it is now it is in the pending. So if you just go back to the feedback, you can see there is this one, detected a bug on the blog listing page. Now, because I am an admin, I can look at these ones. Let me show you. If you're not an admin, you cannot see these ones. So if I just go ahead and first of all log in, and then let me log out. So now you just go back to the home, and let's look at the feedback. Okay, just go to the feedback. So you can see there is no any feedback. So right now, if you just like are not logged in, or you are logged in as a user, a normal user, so you just like log in as a normal user. Okay, just like this. So if you just like log in as a normal user, and you go back to the feedback page, so you see you cannot see any feedback because the feedback, they are all not approved. Okay, the feedback are not approved, so you cannot see any feedback. So as an admin, if I log in as an admin, let me just go and log in as an admin. So now if I just go ahead and go back to the feedback, so just go here back to the feedback page. So now you can see all these feedback. The fact that I am an admin, I can look at all these ones, and you can see all they are pending, rejected, pending. So let me just go ahead. For instance, I approve this one. So just go ahead and approve. So now it is approved. So if I just go ahead and log out, and I go back to the feedback, now we can see one feedback that has been seen. Okay, The reason why I added like not to come direct onto this page is that I need to see what a person really posted. Most people just misuse all these online platforms, and they are posting things which are really not legit, or they are not authentic to be seen by people. So I have always to first make sure of it. And then I will just like be going in. If someone says he has detected a bug, then I work in the on that bug, and then I can now make a change log. For instance, if I fix a bug like this one, he has said this. Okay, I for instance detected a bug on the blog listing page, so I can just go ahead and create a change log. Let me just log in. I can just go ahead and just create a change log. Okay, I can just go ahead and just create a change log here, and I say new feature, for instance, fixed a bug. So you can say here fixed the blog listing page bug, maybe a bug on the blog listing page, and then I can just say version 1.01. okay, and then you say, for instance, fixed the bug on the blog listing page. So these ones, they can be also, I control the publicity, and all this is inclusive in the starter kit. You may think like this is some different thing we are doing. This is inclusive in the starter kit, and I'm showing you that if you, for instance, you have an app, a SaaS application, you can communicate with your users. Are you seeing that? You can use the changelog to communicate with your users. When you fix things, when you work on things, you can just say communicate with your users. For instance, I can say fixed this, then I can just say go ahead and add another one, for instance, and I say fixed a bug on this one and made the cards responsive, maybe something like this, and then just go ahead and publish, and then create a change log. Okay, so this has been published. If I go back, let me just go back, and then now just go to the change log. So you see that now we have a new version, fixed a bug on the blog listing page, and this is done on today, and you can see the things that I worked on. Okay, so now we have a very good flow on how we are communicating. You report, you give a feedback, and then I work on it, and then we are moving on really well with the updates. And then another thing that we have, when you are logged in this side, of course, we talked about the feedback. Now another thing is the showcases. Okay, so I'm just going to be in the future, I'm just going to be crediting those people who have built using this starter kit. A lot of people have built a lot of applications based on the starter kit, but there is nowhere we can showcase that. So now I'm fixing that by introducing the showcases. So the showcases, the normal user, so you just go and first get like if you just go here on this, and you just go to showcases, you will see that you are seeing one showcase here like this. Okay, this is yesterday the test I added. For instance, when you click in it, it takes you to that application that you built, and like that. But I just want to submit a new one. So if you're not logged in, if you click on this, you're definitely going to have to create an account. Even on the feedback, you cannot give the feedback when you're not logged in. So just go ahead and sign up or sign in. So let me just like sign in. Okay. And then, sorry. Let me just go ahead and sign in. So I'm just going to sign in, and now, so you can see when you sign in as a normal user, this is you as a normal user. It shows you your last login, your active, and your user type. And you can of course change the password. You can update your profile. You can see you can update your profile the way you want. Really nice, like that. You can now have two things you can do. You can give a feedback, okay, and you can also add a showcase. So you can just go ahead and showcase your project that you built using the starter kit. Add the name of the project. Let's just say for this case, we're just going to add the School Pro. Just say here, say School Pro. Like this one, let's say we built using this one. So I will just get this, and then I just go back, and I just say the project is called School Pro, and describe this. I'm just going to say that the project, you can say here, School Pro is a school management, in fact is a mart school, okay, school management system that was, we say here, with robust features, okay. Let's say try it out today. Then add the live project URL. You can give the GitHub, it is optional, and then the screenshot URL. So you can just go here to this one, and let's take a screenshot of this. I'm just going to go ahead and take a screenshot. By the way, to take screenshots, you have a lot of things, but I've been using this awesome screenshot recorder. So you can just go ahead and take a screenshot, maybe a visible part or something, I don't know. You can just take a visible part, just like this, save, and just go and save this here. Now I didn't just add this. If you just want me to add here the image upload, we already have image upload in other parts. I didn't think it is necessary. So you can just go to upload thing, and then I can just like log in to here, and then I can just like go here on files, and then I can just upload a new image, this one, like this, okay. Then after I just get the URL, copy file URL, go back in here and paste the image, the screenshot URL, and the technologies we used. So we used, for instance, Next.js, enter. Then we used, of course, Node.js, and then we used, for instance, Prisma. We used Postgres. Well, then we used Typescript, React. So you can just go ahead and add all the technologies you use to build this, and then finally after that you can just go ahead and submit. So you can see submitted successfully and pending review. So meaning that I'm just going to review this, whatever you added in. So when I just come now, so if you just go to the project and you look at the showcase, you cannot see the showcase. Even if I refresh, there is no that showcase that I've added. So if I just go back and I log out, and now log in as an admin, okay, and then just like log in as an admin, and now let me just go back to the showcases. So you must look at the showcases right now. So you can see now I have two showcases, and you can see this one has this it has this sort of border that is yellow to show me that this one is pending approval, is not yet approved. So I can reject this, or I can approve this, or I can even delete it. So yes, approve. So now it is approved. So now all other people can see it. You can see even the yellow border is gone. So this now can be seen by everyone. If you come here, you can click on the School Pro like this. So this is the showcases, okay? And of course, if you're a normal user, you're not going to see these buttons. It is me who sees them like that. So we have the showcases. You can showcase the applications, and the ones you're going to be building, all of them, they are going to be showcased here. And someone can even request to buy your application. So in the future, I will be, since you are signing in with even your phone number and everything, we can just, for instance, contact the developer to get this application if you want to buy it or something like that. So we just like definitely just improve this one. So showcases are really nice. So I've talked about the showcases, changelog, feedback, why I added all these ones, and you have them access within the starter kit. The next thing that we added in are the docs. Okay, so I think I should talk about the docs later. Let me start with the agency. So most starter kits I've seen out there, they are talking about how to build a SaaS app, how to do what. But most developers actually, they need to start a small business. You need to set yourself as a freelancer. If someone can come to your site, for instance, if you just come to my site, this is Hub, you really see that I'm seriously into the business and someone will trust what I'm doing. Okay, a very nice, beautiful landing page with everything that someone can look and trust your brand right away. This is something you really need to work on. Okay, so you need an agency, at least right now. If you are a developer in 2025 and you don't have a brand you are trying to create online right now, you are too late. Okay, you need to create something. You need to create at least some brand that you can start like asking clients to give you some money, because I'm giving you two things. The first one is the agency. So you don't have to set up anything with the agency website. I give you right away something like this one. Okay, a landing page that is beautiful with all necessary pages, with everything required to set up your company today. There is no any excuses that you guys have been having. People having a lot of excuses. Procrastination, I will work on it. I'm having a job. I'm part-timing at a job. I would have time to build my brand. I give you a whole agency website. As you can see here, looking really nice. Dev Studio, you just say come edit, put your logo here. You have the services, everything that are working very nicely. You have the projects, where to add your projects you have worked on for the web apps, e-commerce, mobile apps. You can add as many categories as you want. This is fully responsive, fully functioning app that you simply, and I'm just going to show you how I added this. You can simply plug this into a new Next.js application and you have a whole brand running. And I was making it for a digital agency, a web development agency. And this is specifically for developers. Okay? There is no one I've seen online really caring about developers setting up small businesses that they can make some money. Having only just a starter kit is not enough. You need to set up at least a website that clients can contact you. They come with really nice things. For instance, book appointments, your LinkedIn pages, Twitter, WhatsApp, really nice. They come set up in that agency. You have all the nice, these nice CTAs you can see here. A very beautiful hero section. And then, not only that, let's just first go and I show you how beautiful this is. Okay, look at this. Okay, look at this, guys. This is really, really beautiful. It would take you really a lot of time to build your agency website, and this is, of course, absolutely responsive. If you just go to responsive, this is looking awesome and very beautiful on the small screen. Look at this. Really, really nice. Okay, really nice. As you can see here, very responsive. And this comes in the starter kit. You don't have to start like procrastinating, I'm going to build it in the future or anything. No, right away set up your company and give it a brand and start pushing to get some clients online. That is the first tool I put in your hands, the agency that you can set up, and you also start putting your services, even the blogs. And we have already seen that the blog functionality is working. So you simply fetch the blog from the backend. That's it. That's it. You fetch the blogs and just simply put them here. Testimonials. You have even the pricing for the specifically for web development. Most people will be asking if you are in US, this should be working fine for you. If you are in India, Pakistan, and even African countries, you need to modify some of these prices to reduce them. Nigeria, Ghana, just reduce some of these prices. But this is the exact one that I work with. You have a normal website, okay? You have a normal website for small businesses. You charge them accordingly. You have the professional business, like e-commerce. Then you have the custom enterprise, where they contact you for this. But you have the pricing also inclusive, looking beautiful. You don't have anything you need to set up. Of course, you have the blogs here. I've also talked about the blogs. We have them on the starter kit, coming working, and you can set the featured posts. You can search. These categories are already there coming from the backend. So this is really beautiful. Okay, this is really, really awesome. Okay, so I have more pages for the agency. The first one is the about. So this is having absolutely beautiful about page. Okay, so you can see the about page, our values, the team members, and of course a very nice footer. You can look at the footer here, having a social medias and everything. Really, really nice. Of course, that's not the only one. I have the about page. I also added the contact page because when a person wants to contact you, he has to use this contact. Look at how beautiful the contact page is. This is really, really nice. Just simply add in your data and this starts working right away. Okay, so this is the agency, and now you can see clearly why I added this agency part. Okay, this is to help you set up your company. Okay, and I'm just going to show you the source code. This is very extracted. You can extract this whole thing and plug it into a new website. Like both the components and routing have been put in groups so that you can extract it and add it in any other place you want. Now, let me just go to the docs. Okay, let me just go to the docs. So people have been asking, looking at the documentation for Next.js, looking at the documentation for Shard. You know, I built using, if you remember, this is HubDocs. I use it. This was Nextra. Okay, over time Nextra has complicated things, and the UI is not that good. The user experience is good, I may say, but then over time the blog doesn't look nice. If you compare this and you compare, like for instance, Shad or Next.js, this doesn't look like that. Okay, that's why I migrated to my new docs, which is like the code mint here. So this is why I'm having the new documentations. Okay, I'll be adding more documentations here. This is really nice. Like, it has really nice code snippets. They have nice steps. Like, I really love everything about this. And you guess it, this is the same documentation that I put inside the new starter kit. So if you click on the docs, okay, this takes you to the new docs. Okay, so you can see right now we are onto the documentation right now. Okay, we are onto the documentation, and this is really looking nice. You can just go to the next here, the quick start guide, and you can see, for instance, clone. These steps really nice. I will be using I will set up in a few days. You will find the whole documentation full of the things that we are going to be using for this HubStack starter kit, so that you guys can actually use these docs in your projects. When you make a SaaS project, there is no any SaaS that doesn't have a documentation. Documentation must be there to explain or to communicate with people who are going to use the product, and that's why I added the documentation. Very important, very nice, very easy to work with, and everything is very smooth with this documentation. And it is an MDX documentation with the code snippet. It renders the codes very well. They come with the copy button, just like this. This is the standard you are going to see on all these places which has beautiful documentations. It was really hard to extract it and add it, more especially in the starter kit. It was, I may say, it took me really time to add it in the starter kit and to be implemented the way I wanted. Now, ladies and gentlemen, right now we have talked about all these things, so it's time to show you some other simple things that I added in. So how about we just go ahead and clone the repo, and we actually get started with a few simple things. But before we leave, I just want to show you one thing. So if I just log out, and maybe I log in with just want to log in as a normal user. Okay, I just want to try to access like changelog. Okay, I can just try to change, for instance, access, for instance, like the list of users. Sorry, no, by the way, that is also a nice, beautiful page. I'm just going to talk about it in a second. But if I just say, for instance, dashboard users, you can see now we have this access denied. The roles are really working so well. So you can see access. You don't have sufficient permissions to access this page. If I just try to go to changelog, for instance, change dashboard, change logs like this, it shouldn't just like, I think protect this one. It seems like not protected. Actually, I'm just going to show you how easily to protect this. But you can show the users, and maybe what else was there. I don't know. Did I protect the blogs? We can just like do that in this. Yeah, so you can see access denied. So we have one unprotected page that I want to do, that is changelog. For instance, changelogs dashboard changelog. Oh, wait. What was it? Dashboard changelog or something. I don't know what the actual page is called. What is it? Just like dashboard changelogs. Yes. So this one should be also protected. I don't want a normal user to be able to create, for instance, a changelog. Okay, it is only the admin that should create the changelog. So let me just just quickly walk you into the code. I'm just going to, of course, also give you the guide on how to get started on it just in a second, but let me just first show you just a simple thing. I'm just going to walk you in a second. Okay. So here I have the code. I'm just going to start this npm dev. So I'm just going to start this, but then let me just show you, for instance, how this is structured. So if you look at the structure of the app, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 route groups. One is the agency. You have seen all the agency pages and all that. And the agent specifically, if you go to the component, all the agents related pages and components are also inside components agency. And this is going to be very useful if, for instance, you wanted to migrate your agency website to a new Next.js application. You simply copy this route group plus this agency components, and they all just work magically. So now agency, we have the auth, and if you check in the auth this time, we have the forgot password, we have the login, register, reset. So before I even just leave here, I'm just going to protect this page in a second. But if I just go back, you see now we have the forgot password. And by the way, did you notice that nice background that we have? The grid background, that is a component you can reuse. So you can reuse this fading gradient, fading I put in the starter kit. There are some of the components I put that are supposed to be reused, like this nice thing you're seeing here, the grid background. You can reuse it. So you can see now forgot password. You can send the link. This will be sent on your email. They will send all the necessary reset password link. Then you just go ahead and reset your password. So the reset password has been added to the starter kit. You can just right now go ahead and try it. But let me just run this locally so that we just move into some other things just in a second. So then in the dashboard is where we have all the dashboard things, the blogs, the categories, the change logs, settings, and the users. Now, how we are doing the roles and permissions, if I can just quickly show you in the schema. You said we have, for instance, in the schema, this one has the pre-made roles like previously. I have 3 roles like these ones. And the good thing is that now into this one, I have this where we have config, I have these protected routes. So this is why you do the configuration of who accesses what, which user can see what. So you just come and say the dashboard, I want the user and the admin. I want the categories, I want the changelog, and then I want the admin, and then I want this. So you just go ahead and define this, and you just give every this, and you can even group, guys. I can just tell you this other kit, I added everything. So you can just go ahead, for instance, say this link, I want to create a group, and you have this group called content, and then you can add as many things you want in this group, okay? And then you have, for instance, the group management. Then in the management, you can add so many things you want. Then you have, for instance, a group settings. So if you just go ahead and log in here, if I just go ahead and log in maybe let's first start by logging in as a normal user. So all this this file here, we are using it throughout the entire app. We are using it in the sidebar, we are using it in the nav bar, we are using it everywhere. So this is a very big file that you have to really, it has the route mapping. It tells us which routes are protected and even the roles, who can access these routes. So that's why we have this page here clearly to do the route mapping. So here I don't know what is this, what is going on here. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and log in. So I'm on my dashboard right now. So let's just try to access or see that route. So if you just go now to the dashboard, the only thing you need to protect the route is simply layout. So if you just go in the first layout of the dashboard, of course, we check for the non-authenticated users, and then we have now these pages like these routes, right? So if you just say, for instance, in the users, you simply add in a route page, and look at what you do in the route page. You simply pass in the allowed roles. Okay, so you can just say, go ahead and just say the allowed role. For instance, this one is admin, who is allowed to visit this. Okay, I think we could just even like go into this, the allowed routes, and you can just like first clean this out. Also this one, we created a beta component. So this is the how we are protecting all these the routes using this component that takes in the raw allowed roles and that. So if you just come to now any route, you simply wrap it in its layout here. You simply just say put the admin. So just go, for instance, on the changelog. So you see on the changelog, I can just simply for instance add an admin, or I could just like drop this, just copy this what we have into here. I can just go ahead and drop it in the changelog here like this. The same thing in the categories, you see it has the layout, and the blogs too, you see that they have also the layout. So just like drop it in the changelog, just this layout, which is for admin. So now if I try to go to dashboard to access the changelogs, okay, just like this, now they will just like tell us that you're not access denied, you don't have sufficient permissions to access this page. So it is just as easy as that, and you can see our route groups. So the groups here, and these ones we're using them in the sidebar, and the sidebar is also fixed. Okay, very nicely fixed, very responsive. If you just go and test this on the responsive, this is clearly really nicely responsive. Okay, so I thought about all these things now, so that we have a lot of nice movement. So this is some other things I want to show you just in a second. Is one component I'm very proud of that I took time, I don't know if it was necessary, is this component you're seeing here, this hero. So the most people waste a lot of time on a hero section, really trying to make it beautiful and try to make this. I tried to make this as dynamic as possible. Okay, so if you just go and check on this hero section, which is inside the home and then the page, this is the first section here. First of all, I can turn this into the dark mode. So by just like only putting the theme to dark, only that and just simply wait, and this just simply turns into a very nice dark theme. And in the dark theme, you have like more than 10 themes, 10 more themes. If you scroll down here, you have so many styles you can apply for this theme. So for instance, if I do this, you have all these themes. You have red, purple, orange, neutral, 1, 2, 3, green. So for instance, I can just say green. So this will be using the dark theme plus the styles for green. So if I just go back here, I have like now this. Look at this. Like this can be as dynamic as you want, to the extent whereby I also changed the icons. You can customize these icons as props. So for instance, I can say on the right, instead of the layout, let me just put the mayor. So you can just like change this to mayor, and in a second this changes into mayor. Look at that, just like this is really nice. I really spent a lot of time trying to make this component. I don't know if it is worth it, but it has a lot of styles, I'm telling you. So you can just like go ahead and choose any other, like neutral 5. I don't know how neutral 5 looks like. Yeah, so this is just neutral 5. Let me try, for instance, orange. Okay, yeah, look at that. The orange is really dramatic, looks really nice. And then you can just say I need this in light. Okay, it doesn't have to be only in dark. I can just have it in light. Now look at this. Okay, so the hero section is sorted. Under all circumstances, you don't have to take, I have the hero section which looks like others. You can customize this, okay? And you also have ability here of changing the count. If I just like put here, let me just first remove my logic. If I put like 400 user count, the avatars magically come. Look at this. So the avatars here, they are coming if you have some users or user count. Okay, right now they are not showing on mine because I added this logic, which is actually getting people who are going to be using the starter kit is coming from the database here. So when you just use the starter kit, it will be automatically fetching, and if there are more than 10, it will start showing them here on the UI. Okay, so this is looking great. I think I should just return in the normal light. Do I still remember the one that I had? Light neutral, just like this. This is the one which was there. Light neutral, I like this. Then here this icon, I can also change it back to layout. So this, I can just turn it into layout just like that, and it goes back. Another reusable component that I'm very proud to share with you is the grid background. So if you just go still on the page, you scroll down. So for instance, you simply say grid background like this, and you put anything inside and to be inside the grid. So if you look at this component, is inside this grid background there. Very nice. You can reuse that component the way you want. Okay, so we have confirmed it is really nice. The starter kit comes with a lot of things that are working, that are so much better. I also worked on the custom 404 page. So if I just go to 45 like this, look at this. This is looking really awesome. A nice 404 page. You don't have to have a boring 404 page. You can go back or you can go home. If I just go back, it will still just take me back to the previous page. I also changed the loader. So if you just see, the loader is different. And why I used this one previously, we're using I was using how do they call it? I was using this animation library, but then I put a very optimized loader because the other one was really taking more JavaScript. If you just go here, you look at this one, is very simple but really nice, looking really nice. I love it. If you just go to any of these pages, I just need to for it to load at least something. Yeah, so you see, very beautiful and minimalistic, and more features, you can find them here. We have data tables as usual. Here you might not see the data tables. Let me see. Okay, we don't have data tables here. Let me first go ahead and log out as just here. So I'm just going to go ahead and also log in one more time, and as admin, so you can see this, when the links are so many, they are scrollable and they are put inside, very organized inside the groups. If you don't want to put in a group, simply put it and you don't indicate in a group, it will be there. But it is good to just arrange these links in groups the way you see them here. Now, if I just go to categories, we still have the these all these nice things, like for instance, the pagination data tables are still working the way you expect them to. So if I just do this database and then like this, then you can also do this lifetime, like for instance, this year or today, and then yesterday, last 7 days. You can also do this, the one for selecting a range. This still works nicely. So we still have all these functionalities still. The one even exporting, you can just go ahead and export this to Excel. This still works. So like all those features come just like baked in right away. Okay, so what's the catch here? Now, the previous one, this one was absolutely free, but guys, trust me, updating, creating all this work is really not easy. That's why it took me about 1 month. I've been working on this for this very past week and this week. I've not even made 2 videos. I've skipped 2 videos for the School Pro just to complete this. It has been disturbing me so much to complete it, and I put it out there for you guys to start using it. And finally, I made it and I've published it so that you guys can actually start right away using it. Okay. Okay, so how do you get started with this? So I'm just going to walk you through the process of getting started with it and how do you set it up and run everything. Okay, so the first thing I want is to push this. Maybe, is there anything to push you have changed? Yeah, remember we just added some protection, so just git add git commit, and you see here protected the change log, and then git push. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and close this project, and then I will show you how to get started. So the first step that you need to go is here on this. There are so many links you can click, and you can just get started with clicking on the pricing. Okay, so now I was thinking of bringing this as a very because it is having a lot of things built into it. I was thinking of a very good price, like $200 to $100 or $150. But because I'm going to be using this starter kit in all the next projects, I'm going to repeat, by the way, this was an announcement, all the projects that we built last time. Let me show you just in a second. Coding. all these old projects that we did, so many people have been asking me about these old projects. So we have these old projects, like, let me scroll down here. I'm just going to start from the below one, the invoice, the invoice generator app, the inventory management system. All these ones were in JavaScript. I'm going to repeat all these applications in TypeScript, and they will be using the starter kit. So that's why I'm giving you a discount price. I'm starting to rebuild these ones in TypeScript, and all videos, they will be on YouTube for you guys. So as I've said, I'm just going to rebuild these. There are some people who did inventory management system on YouTube, and most of them, they have been telling me there are some parts which are not complete. So I will rebuild exactly the way it is, but this time we are going to use TypeScript, and we'll be also basing on the starter kit, and then even the multi-vendor. I don't know the medical app, because starting from the medical app, all these ones were in TypeScript. So basically these first three, the multi-vendor, inventory, and the invoice app, these three, they will be rebuilt from scratch, from the starter kit, and you'll see how fast. Even the videos that are going to be one like for this invoice will be one video, and maybe these ones, they will be like some few videos. So that's why I made the price, where is it? I made the price to be 69. This is you sharing, me really being sincere, and also thinking about the people who are going to use it. Okay, people are going to use it, and so 69 is the price that this is starting at. And I would have put like 100, but I'm starting 69 so that you invest in only 69, you build your brand, and then you start like building the projects you can showcase to your clients, and that's how you can easily get the clients and actually convince them. So if you need customizations or support, you can also just like go ahead and get in touch, and that one will be negotiable still, depending on which features do you want to add in your application. Now, I might just like say, so after you have clicked here, you can just go and click on this, either get the kit now, or click on the pricing, and then click on this link here. So this link is going to take you, of course, to Gumroad, and you just go ahead and purchase this. It is good that you could just like give it a review. You can just go ahead and give this a review. I've also written here all the things which are inside, so you can just go ahead and get this. Okay, after reaching in the Gumroad, after you have just logged in and you are inside, the first thing that you're going to land on is a page like this. So gone are the days whereby you download the zip code. So those days I used to give you the zip code of the source code. This time there is no zip code. This time is I actually add you inside the starter kit, the way we did in the previous one. You are added inside the starter kit itself. So the step number 1 is join the GitHub repository. So the link is here. Okay, just go ahead and click in this link. I can just go ahead and just like open in a new tab, and this link is going to open this page here. Okay, you know, some people are going to smart around, try to copy this link and do that. It will not. If you haven't you haven't reached this page here and you try to access this page, it will not accept. Okay, if you try to go ahead, I check, I fetch those people. If you try to add like the non-temporary emails, or you try to add emails, so you can say this one is a very good email, legit email, and I try to put this, you can see please use the email you used on Gumroad. So I check on those who have purchased, and then are the ones who can actually, so I check the purchase, Gumroad purchase email is what will be around here, and then the username. People are putting in wrong username. So in this case, for this, the username, if you put a wrong username, this will still tell you that the username you added does not exist, or it exists. And this has been helping me so much on people adding wrong usernames. Someone goes and copies the whole entire GitHub link and then paste it as a username. So once again, if you go to your GitHub, the username is this name here that is always attached to your project, github.com/ this thing that is in between here is your username. Okay, so yeah, that is where you need to go ahead and add your username. So when you add your username, you will receive an email. Of course, I will add you you'll be added in the repository, and you also get a welcome email telling you to accept the invite for the GitHub, and you'll be added in the starter kit right away. Now, another thing that you should know about that is that after that, that is the step number 1, you getting added in the GitHub repository for the HubStack, and so you'll be using this link to get added. The second one is join the WhatsApp group. So go ahead also and join this WhatsApp. So the WhatsApp is when you purchase, you reached a 404 group link. Let me see. Okay, I think I just clicked on the wrong link. Okay, it's supposed to be this very one. Copy like this, save. Okay, so if I just right now click, so this should take you to this group for the HubStack Starter Kit forum. So just going to have this forum for discussing the future, like what do you want to see in the next one, and what do you want to be implemented in this one. Okay, so this is how you get started. After reaching here, join the WhatsApp group and also join the starter kit and start building right away. Now, there are 2 things you have also to know about the starter kit. So if I just going to go here, I just need to go to Xcadro. I just want to demonstrate something here in a second. So I know very well there are different types of applications. Basically, I can divide 3 types of applications, maybe even 4 types of applications. So the first type of application that most people always have, I'm just going to join this one actually. Most is websites and a basic so website. In fact, so let me just put here a website. The second type of application is a web app. So a website, the website, it has static pages like the home page, the about us, and all that. And the second one is a small to medium web app. Okay, and how do you know this? When you find that you have user roles from 1 to about 5 user roles, if you find the app you are doing, it requires maybe about 5 user roles like this. This is also falls into a category of small to medium. Okay. Just want to add this here. Yeah. So this is the second type of application. Let's make the third one. So the third one is where we have a big, medium to large applications. And where you know that you have this application is large is when you find you need to have custom roles and permissions. So here you have 1 to 5 user roles, and these ones are 5 user roles. And then here is when you find you need, for instance, the custom. Okay, you find you need the custom roles. For instance, you need to assign a role and a permission. You create your own permissions. You create your own roles. You create all those things really nicely. So that one is where you need this custom, the custom roles and permissions. Okay, and permissions just like this. This is medium to large applications. And finally is when you want a large application, like a custom large application. Okay, custom large application, e.g. for instance, like an e-commerce. So here we are looking at very custom use cases, and more so like what I normally find people really fearing to build is always an e-commerce. Someone wishes if he can get an e-commerce working, and this is always a money maker. E-commerce, 90% people who start businesses online, they need an e-commerce store, and it becomes one of the most requested application on the internet. And that's why having like a custom e-commerce is always good. So what if I tell you that actually the new starter kit looks sort of all these challenges for these applications? So these first two, this one and this one, okay, I built the starter kit, and this one we named it the HubStack. So this one is HubStack Simple Auth. So this, the version 1 that I've released, you will see on the site here somewhere saying Simple Auth. You will just see it somewhere. If you just go like to the pricing, yeah, this one is the HubStack Simple Auth. If you just go back to the Gumroad link here, this one is the Simple Auth starter kit, and this one is the one that is having the roles, because you can define custom roles. Where is my Xcard draw? So in this one is the one that I've released today. So today, the one that has been released is the HubStack Simple Auth. And in the Simple Auth, why I called it Simple Auth is I was looking at the roles and permissions. So this one comes with the custom roles. You can define a doctor, a teacher, a user, an admin, and then you go and create all your logic. This comes in the first place already, considering that you simply go in your schema and add as many roles you want. But when you find that the rows are exceeding 5, mean that this might be a very big application, and you need to consider the next version of the starter kit. Now, in this next version, I haven't released this one. I need to first release the first one so that people give also feedback, and they also use and they get this. So there is another one. So this specifically for, I'm just going to go here. So this one is going to be HubStack Advanced Auth. So this is going to be HubStack Advanced Auth, and this one, if I can give you a sneak peek of this one, I'm not sure if I have the, I would want to give you this one, show you something small of the difference. Okay, I just want to show you the difference between the other one and this one. Let's log in. So you can see this actually looks like the same. I'm not sure of the login credentials, but let's just like try. Okay. So now, if you look at this one, is entirely really different. Okay. So this one is going to be the one for the intermediate applications. Let me just go to my Xcode draw here. So this is going to be the HubStack Advanced. I have not released it today. I'm just saying it is already working. I'm just like a couple of things that I need to really smoothen onto this one. Okay. So this advanced, what is going to be the difference is that you can see even the dashboard comes when it is different. It's going to have more pages, more nice design, I may say. This has like more regular, more granular design. You can see even the how it shows the groups. It also has a scroll bar, okay, but it will be more granular than the other one. One thing I want to show you specifically is that this one comes with roles and permissions. So for instance, we can start by going and creating a new role, and you see that you can actually go ahead and create permissions for this particular user. Okay, you can go ahead and give the permissions for this particular user. This is very interesting of how this one works. Okay, it is really advanced and is really nice. You can just come here, you say I want this person to look at the dashboard, to look at the sales, and then to go ahead and maybe check the settings, and then like that. I can just go even say on the product, I only want to give him read, maybe read. I can just like only just say customize this. This is now what I'm talking about, that if you just like go to advanced applications like this, where you need custom roles and permissions, but you still have all the things in the simple auth, like the documentation, you have everything, reset password and everything working. But on top of that, you have these custom roles and permissions working. You can still see you have the change password, you have the profile. I haven't plugged in that one yet, but you still have all the things that you have. Okay, so that is this solution. Now in the last place we have this. Okay, in this we come with a base box. So this is going to be HubStack custom solution. This one is going to be HubStack custom solution. This is the same starter kit, but having different tiers. Just like for whatever case or whichever level you want, I just want you to know that actually we got you covered. So here, in this case, is going to be the same thing like in the advanced, okay? But this is looking at a custom solution like e-commerce. So this one comes when it is having an embedded store really ready to move. And for this one, I'm just going to show you just in a second. Just give me a second. If you just come here, you see all these versions actually here. So I'm just going to show you the advanced version of this. I hope this can run locally so that I can show you. npm dev. Okay, so right now I'm just going to, it is starting. Okay, it has started. Let's go to localhost 3000, refresh. Okay, so these versions are going to be released at different stages, but if you want, like you quickly want that solution, you can tell me to specifically just like work on it, but I'll be releasing one version at a time. High chances are you might only need this first version because, as I've said, most of the applications like the invoice app, these most SaaS applications, that's why these days things like what? Things like Clark. Even Clark, it is very hard to implement roles. But you see, most people are using them in their SaaS products. And even some of the starter kits come with Clark. But here we go on an extra step to add in custom more roles. And they are already in the session, which gives you really control. The only difference that is there, apart from, of course, the if you just go and look at the dashboard, is really the same as in the advanced, just because we don't have this one. But what I just only want to show you in this case is this shop. So if you click on the shop, this comes with an entire shop ready to actually to be shipped. And it is optimized. It is having lazy loading of images. It is having it took me really time to make sure that this is configured and it is working. It is having things like infinite scroll. So if you just go, for instance, under fashion, okay, you can see very nice loaders. And if you scroll here, you can see we have the infinite scroll. It is already having React query implemented. It is having filters, like all the e-commerce filters you need. Like, this has been thought about for this custom solution. The difference is that you still has all the granular thing of so you have the control on the e-commerce. You can see here you have these nice loaders, and then like you have you can just go on a specific product. You have multi categories, departments, categories. So this is the detailed page. You can add to cart. You can see here the cart functionality is working. So like really, this comes with the whole entire solution, as you can see here. Okay. What did I want to show you? So this is having a custom solution is solving, and we'll be building as many custom solutions so that you can just simply say, I want the HubSpot e-commerce version, and then you just get this entire shop right away to really produce and give it to your clients. Like, how good is that? Like, you have an agency set up. So for instance, we have already seen that you can set up an agency, isn't it? You can just like set up an agency, and then right away you can start business. You just go here and you say, you can look at the agency page. We have the e-commerce. For instance, on the agency page, you see that we have the e-commerce. You are providing e-commerce solution. Where your services, click on the services, and on the services you can see we have the e-commerce solution, and we already have a starter kit that brings you e-commerce solution really done. Like, you don't have to think about anything. It's simply running. And by the way, someone may say, how am I going to manage this whole entire code base? This looks like really gigantic. The first thing you don't have to worry is that they are going to come with a documentation. That is one thing. The second thing is that we are putting the seed command. So this time, most people, when they buy projects, they normally tell me, JB, where do I start? The whole code base is empty. The website is empty. You don't have to start from an empty code base. You just simply run only one seed command and everything will get set up. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you the setup. So I've just explained these three custom solutions we have. So the version 1 that you have released today is this one. You have the websites. People who want to build client websites, you already have it done, because where I'm saying it is already done, it comes with an entire website built inside. So if you just go here and click on the agency, this is a static website. You simply actually extract this part here and you have it running. You give it to a client. Look at this. It has the footer. It has all the necessary sections that you need on a normal website. It even has the about page. It has even the contact page. These are like the normal sections each website needs, and you have it covered. Then on the small to medium apps, you have the authentication at the same time working. Okay, you have the authentication working onto this. It comes with the authentication with roles which are already working with a nice UI and everything already working for you. So that's why I'm saying that this first is entitled to this. Now when you need more custom solution, and then we go to this one. Okay, so now you may say, JB, okay, how about if I need an optimized, maybe big enterprise solution? Because we have talked about 3 types of application: this version, this one, and this one. I know what you are thinking right now, and I'm also thinking the same. If I have a very big application and I don't want to use Next.js, okay? So in this is what I'm just like putting, this is going to be in our first phase. So this one is going to be our first phase of our starter kit. We are looking at producing Next.js. So this one is a solution for Next.js full stack. Okay? So what we are just going to do is do exactly the same thing. I'm just going to duplicate this. Don't get scared when things are getting advanced. So we do the same thing, but instead, why didn't I just like duplicate including even this? Just do this. Okay, I think you cannot select. One select this. Okay. So this is the first solution on Next.js full stack. And why we considered this one first, this one is for building startups. If you look at why most people build using Next.js, startups, prototypes, here, prototypes, MVPs, If you want to develop an MVP or you want to develop a prototype, all these ones are good. All these ones are really good. Okay, these ones are really good for this case. But then if you're just going to go on enterprise level, whereby they need dedicated servers, we are going to be using Docker. By the way, even this one, we're just going to bring in Docker at some point in one of these starter kits. But then what if you want to use, so what you're going to do is, in the next version of the starter kits we are going to release, is that we are going to have Next.js plus, for instance, Node.js backend. The same 3 versions, but now this time is being powered by Node.js. Then in another version, we'll have the same thing like this. Okay, so let me just go here and I'm just going to select this, duplicate it, and let me just like move this up here. So we have, for instance, Encore. So here I'm just going to have, for instance, Next.js plus Encore backend. So plus Encore backend. Okay, and we're just going to have one for Honor. So we'll have also, I'm just looking forward to build one for Honor JS or Dino, and then we'll also just move into one of those ones. We might move to Java. We need to build one that is going to handle Java or Golang. Those two, Java and Golang. Since Encore also has Go, we might go for Go and Java. So we need to provide the enterprise solution to this. And people who are saying, Laravel, I can hear you. We might actually produce one starter kit that is using Next.js plus Laravel backend. And this is to really cater for different communities and their problems. We are starting with this one. You can see already Next.js full stack. The 3 starter kits are already in their complete stages. The first one, it has been released. In the couple of few days, I'm going to release the second one. I'm going to start working on this one, putting everything remaining, and then this one, so that they are ready for people to use them. And then we'll now move, me and my team, by the way, on this one, we have a very big team. Just to show you here, if you just go to this hub, if you want to look at our team, you can just go here somewhere, and we have a team so far here of about 5 individuals here, and all these ones are the ones who are powering all those applications are going to be really working on those products. You don't say, how am I going to build all these alone? So me is to start on a big project, and then I just like do all these ones, and we'll be enjoying together. Even on the YouTube, if I just move to Java, I will not just move alone. I will bring Java, I will bring Golang, because when we started cloud computing and looking at cloud-based like AWS and doing all those big things, we have to start getting stable languages, moving into Java, Golang, Django, all those backends. I have no problem, but we'll be tackling one at a time. But before you jump into Java, Django, make sure that you are so good with the prototype language. For instance, Next.js, are you really so good in Next.js that when you are given a project, because Next.js is a money maker. For freelancers and developers, Next.js is a money maker. If you're not using Next.js right now to make money, you are still asleep. And I want to tell you that you can build a lot of applications using Next.js for small and medium enterprises. And then when the application becomes very huge, and you are getting into microservices, now we can get into Node.js, get into Encore, or get into Java or Golang. That's when you're supposed to move. But for the first, make sure that most of your applications are in Next, because all the applications I'm having here are making money, but they are all powered by Next.js. Okay, so you don't have to really underestimate the power of Next.js, and the power to even deploy for free a backend. You can't underestimate that. Okay, so if you just get into the repo, we said when you are from here, when you go to what? When you join the repository, you'll be able to access it here, and then you can just go ahead and clone. So I'm just going to look for the repo specifically for that. For this HubStack simple auth, you can see it here. I'm just going to go here and simply, where do I clone? Okay, so here. So this is a new one. So I'm just going to go here. Go to just YouTube demos. Where are demos? Okay, so I'm just going to go here and I just create maybe I'm just going to create a new folder here called demos. Okay, like this, demos, and then I can just go ahead and clone this. So just open here in this here. You can open it in PowerShell, doesn't matter really. I'm just going to say git clone, and then you clone the repository. So you need to rename it. When you say cloning it for a new project, it is good you give it another name. So you can just say here my app. Okay, maybe my new app. So just name this so you can see it is cloning into my app. Okay, people are having issues with the previous version of StarterKit cloning. This one clones very fast because it has really less things. So I'm just going to go into to cd into that, so I can cd. Do I need cd from my app like this? And then I can open this in the VS Code. So I have this in the VS Code. So where do I start? The first step is you will just need to go back here and go to the docs. Okay, and in the docs I will be having the quick start guide. I don't know if the one that is there right now, it might not be good, but you can see the first step is always cloning and cd into whatever you are doing, and just go ahead and install all the packages. So run pnpm install. If you don't have pnpm, go ahead and install pnpm, and then run pnpm install. So this is going to go ahead and install all the necessary packages that you need. Now next is configure the environmental variables. Okay, you need to configure the environmental variables, not all of them, but at least a few you need to start working with, and I will show you the ones that are very useful. So you will just find there is this .env.example that is having this empty that is having these empty things here. So what I'm just going to do right now is copy this. So just Control A, Control C, and I'm just going to go here and create .env. So I'm just going to say .env, just like this. I'm just going to copy everything from the .example to inside .env like this. The first most important thing is the database URL. If you just go to the schema, you will see that now I'm using Postgres as a first-class citizen. If you want to use MongoDB, this is the point why you need to switch. Switch this one to MongoDB, and then the database URL will be for MongoDB, and then you have to change these IDs. I will also add that in the documentation for someone who wants to use MongoDB. In the guides, you will find that also in the guide here. I didn't put a lot of guides, but that's going to be also in the guide. Now, after this, the first thing I need to do is, before I run anything, is to add the database list. This one is required. So you just go to Postgres and then I create a new project. So you go to Neon. After reaching on Neon, you can go to Neon, you can go to Prisma. There are so many places right now that you can get. You can have Postgres, Next.js. So Next.js also has Postgres. I don't know, like you can just go to like Vassar. You can just go to Vassar. They even have a guide here. They have Vassar. They have right now databases. You can just go to Vassar and get yourself also a Postgres. The second one is actually Prisma itself. So now when you go to Prisma and you sign up, so if you just go to Prisma here and you click on Get Started, they will make you to go ahead and sign up. You can just go ahead and sign up, use Google, and you will also get a database URL. The one I normally use is Neon. Just click on a new project and they just give this one starter kit demo. So just say here HubStack demo project, and then I'm just going to leave everything the way it is. I create, and then after this there are so many here. There is Postgres, there is parameters, Neon driver, and everything. Click on Prisma. Since we're using Prisma, click on env and just simply copy this database. So just go back to our application. Okay, and then add this. Oh, sorry. Just make sure you're inside the env. So just replace the database with this one. The second one is the resend API key. So for the resend, you need to go to resend.com, I believe. Okay. You need to go to resend and create an account, and then you need to go ahead and so you can see for this one, you need to go ahead and register and get the API key. But before you do that, is that you must verify your domain. Okay. You need to buy a .com domain or .ug.org. You need to buy a domain and go ahead. So here where we add the domain, they give you one free domain. If I try to add a second one, they will ask you to go ahead and pay $20 per month. You don't need to pay $20. Simply go ahead and create an account and then add one domain. Go ahead and verify it. When it is verified, go to the API keys and then you'll find your API key here. You can create a new one and then you start getting this API key. It is the API key you need to add here on the resend API key. This is very important for reset password functionality. If you don't add this, you'll not be having the functionalities for the resending the emails. They will not be working. So you need the resend. Now, if you want the GitHub, the Google to be working, similarly, you need to go ahead and get this Google. And so I added the steps down here. For the Google setup, go to GitHub, developer settings, create a new auth app, set the home page, set this one. Normally you can get one set of parameters you use in the development, and then you always just like publish the ones for the production. You don't have to find that you're having a lot of apps you have created. Create the ones you are going to put in production only. Then on the local, use the same. But this is how you get the GitHub client and the secret, and the same thing with the Google. Okay, so right now I just only need this database only for the start. To start, I just simply need only this database. The another thing I need is the secret. Okay, I need the next auth secret, and this is required, and also the next auth URL, and then the base URL and the upload thing token. So let me say start with the auth secret. So this one you can run, I think it is I always forget this command for the open SSL, but you can just say here, for instance, you say next auth secret, maybe generator or something. Like there are so many now. I don't know if this one they give, but there is this why you generate like this. You can see auth secret gen and generate, and it gives you like a secret like this one. So you can just like use this, but there is another command you can run on the terminal, which is something like open SSL. I think then you run like rand base 64. Like I always just forget this command. I don't know, like rand. Okay, just like rand, then like rand what? Like I don't know the command itself. I always forget that command. I'm just going to add it in the documentation for sure, like for generating. But let me just go here. For some reason I cannot just like find it like somewhere. Okay, it is here. Yeah, it is open SSL rand base. Why do I always put 64 in between? I don't know why, but I was almost actually. So open rand, it is open SSL rand, and then we put dash base 64, and then we put 32 characters. You can even put 64 by the way, and this is going to generate for you a very nice secret. Copy this and then add it as the next auth secret, just like this. Then we have next auth URL. This one you can start your server pnpm dev like this, and this okay, we have already something running on localhost 3000. What is that? Okay, just close this one. Let me restart it. So I'm just going to also get this is localhost 3000. So let's now preview our app in localhost 3000. So this one I'm just going to copy it as the next auth. So just come here. Okay, just come then there, just add this, remove this slash. Okay, and then I'm just going to have some error due to resend. You can see here because this is very important when it comes to the resend API key. If you have any function you are calling on the front end, you can see here action users. Okay, because in the users we are having this resend API key and is missing. It is screaming. But let me just like first put all others. I will put it last. So here I'm just going to say next public base URL. So this one is also localhost 3000. upload thing token. Let's go to upload thing. So just go to upload thing here. Okay, and you can just go back to your account. Okay, and then just click on new app, and I'm just going to say Hub. Okay, HubStack demo app, and then just simply click on. There is nothing you need right now apart from the free create the app. And then now just go to API, and the only thing you need is this token. So copy this token, go back, and then replace with upload thing token. So that is done. So now I'm remaining with only one thing, which is the resend API key. So of course these ones are going to delete them, and that's why I'm not worrying about it. So let me just go ahead and add the resend API key, then I will be like back. I don't want to show you my resend API key, so I will just hide it. Okay, so now I've added my API keys the way I want them. I close this and now go back to the application, and let's go ahead and check right now on the app. Make sure yes you restart, so we can just go ahead and restart. In fact, you can just like stop this application from running. Now what I'm just going to do is seed the database. Okay, so after you have added everything in the environmental variables, you have added all your env. Now the next thing is to go ahead and run some migrations. Okay, now it might just say come with these ones. I don't think you need the migrations. I can just say I think I should delete in this. It shouldn't go to the to this. It shouldn't come with migrations. You need just create the new migrations. So if you have anything you want to add in the schema for the status, I'm not going to add anything here in the schema. I'm just going to go ahead and run, and you are going to see how nice this is. So the first thing is run. Okay, I'm just going to run npx prisma. Okay, so this one is supposed to run npx prisma migrate dev dash name init. So this is the first command you need to run. Okay, npx prisma migrate dev dash name init, just like this. And this is going to go ahead and push everything and create like the migrations and send this one into your DB. Okay, so let's just give it just like a minute, and then this is going to be fine. So we are seeding, right now we just like migrating the schema. What we just like at this time creating is we are creating tables. Okay, we are creating all these tables in our database. And if I just open my, I'm just going to go ahead and open my Neon DB here. Just going to close, and I'm just going to go to tables. So you can see right now it is loading Prisma migrations. So it will just go ahead and go back to the terminal. So you can see right now the migrations have been created. Nice. Okay, migrations have been created. Even a new generated Prisma client has been done. Your database is now in sync. So if I just go back here, we don't have like the tables, but it has this migration. So the next command you need to run, okay, the next command you need to run is npx. So you can just run npx prisma db push. Okay. I think like if we just run the migrations, I think at this point we can just actually just run seed to add the data. But let me just see if I run npx prisma db push, what does it do? Okay. Just like I wanted to see if it can create actual tables, like I wanted to see the actual tables here, because you're saying like there is, it created just only the prisma migrations. I just like want to see if it can create actually the tables. Okay, so it's saying that db push, you say the database is already in sync with the prisma schema. Nice. So let's right now run the next command. Just clear this, and the nice one that I did and I set up and I'm very proud of it is the seed. Okay, because normally when you start on an empty application, there is nothing to look at, is really not nice. So the first thing you can do right now is npx prisma db seed. Watch. So this is going to go ahead and seed, clean everything if it is there. As you can see, creating users, is creating some blog categories, is creating some categories, is creating some blog posts for us, and the seed has been executed and everything done. Like really, look at this. So right now we can start the app and we can go ahead. We can just like already go ahead and log in like automatically, okay, with this. So let me just go ahead and log in. I'm just going to go say pnpm dev. And now I'm just going to go ahead and just go localhost 3000. And let's wait and see now. Just waiting. Okay. Okay, so now we have the app. We can just start by logging in, see if everything is working. Just go ahead. And let's start with the admin maybe. Okay, and all this data is from the seed down here. If you just go here, you saw the data that we seeded. They give you all the credentials for the admin and even for the normal user. So we are in, and look at this. So you have everything. You're not going to have the blogs. Of course, you're going to have the users, the categories, the blogs, and all these ones are going to be there from the dummy data. So if you want to change the dummy data to add more data, if you feel like you want to add more data, go to the seed file, and then you can just go ahead and add more data within here. This is where the seed command is, and this is set, and everything is really working. Okay, so you can just now go ahead and just go to localhost. I have all this, your agency site is there, the documentation is there. So if I just want to look at the documentation docs, so how the docs work, just briefly before I close this video. Okay, so the documentation, as you can see it here, how this one works is that you only need to write inside here the content. Okay, so inside the content is where you put your things. For instance, getting started, you have the introduction and quick start. So you can add the third file. Like here, you just come and add another file here, and then inside it has to be the name of the file plus inside index.mdx, and inside the mdx use the component. You can use the ones I added here as the demo, okay, for the note. Okay, it has like the built-in, if you want to put notes, if you want to put things like the code snippets. If I go to the quicks here, the code snippets, this is how you can do it. Okay, so you can just like use these ones to help you around and to give you a more exclusive documentation on what I used. I used something called area docs. So you can just go ahead and type in area docs, and on the area docs there is where we have, for instance, the documentation, and you can look more on the available components. So all these components are available for usage, just like this. Okay, all these components are available for usage. The note I showed you, you have all these notes, you have the code block, you have the image file system, and all these ones. So these ones are already working inside our project, and it is what I configured to work in it. It was not easy, but I made it to work here. So I can see that the time has gone. I will definitely make more custom videos on different parts of the starter kit. If you want me to make the videos or the more demos, you can communicate. You have where to communicate. You can simply go to feedback. I would really want to see your feedback, guys. Okay, you can just go ahead and add in a new feedback about what you think, what can be improved, what are you happy about, what have you had, like anything. Just go ahead and talk to us and let me know on what you want me or the direction we are going to take. If you're excited with this, thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.